Dr. Manuja Perera. She is from Sri Lanka and is founder editor of Tobacco Unmasked, the investigative research finding dissemination portal of the Center for Combating Tobacco, the Tobacco Observatory of Sri Lanka. And Dr. Perera, we would request you if you could share your thoughts on how important it is to have such an observatory and what is the role of having such an observatory to monitor and capture tobacco industry interference. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Monica. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you very much. So the main aim of this, I'm sorry, there would be some background movement and noises because I'm currently at a advocacy workshop of Article 5.3. The main aim for having a regional observatory in South Asia region was actually to have a consortium, have a network of individuals and institutions interested in monitoring and counteracting tobacco industry interference. So this is the project by Tobacco Unmasked, so actually Center for Combating Tobacco, which is the WHO FCTC endorsed tobacco industry observatory established in Sri Lanka in 2017. And currently we are funded by the union for about 3 years now. And the SARC-CCT, or the South Asian Regional Consortium of Center for Combating Tobacco, is a project by CCT because we realized that regional network would be helpful mainly for 2-3 reasons. The major reason being it's the same industry. It's majorly British American tobacco and then Philip Morris International, but it's majorly BAT. And we also have seen overlapping and common tactics used in the different countries in the region. So we realized that if we work together, if we share knowledge, if we share experiences, if we share success stories and even failures, we can be more strong and more effective in counteracting tobacco industry interference. So that was the main idea behind the regional observatory. And we launched it last year. And we launched the SARC-CCT website in the presence of the SARC-CCT committee members and the SARC-CCT technical advisory panel members. So the SARC-CCT committee is the network we were talking about, the network of individuals and representing institutions who would work together to monitor and counteract tobacco industry interference in the region. The technical advisory panel would be the regional and global experts of tobacco industry interference monitoring and tobacco control, who would help us and give us technical inputs to monitor and counteract tobacco industry interference in the region. So these two entities work together, and we are networking to, we are still developing as a center, and our main aim is to remain virtual so that it can be expanded with the acceptance from other stakeholders. The other tier, the most important one, are the SARC-CCT fellows who would do actual monitoring at ground level. So we actually had one successful fellowship program conducted as a hybrid model in their first part was under the supervision of the SARC-CCT committee member of their respective country. And the second part was a residential workshop in Sri Lanka. And we actually had a very enthusiastic pool of young researchers or policymakers, and it was a very nice mix, and they were very enthusiastic to be engaged. And because of Corona, even though our process was a bit disrupted, we actually managed to have now with the committee members, staff members, and our fellows, we currently now have about a network of 40 people in the region and outside working with us, sharing experiences, sharing knowledge. And our next step is to get another set of fellows, which we would via the online fellowship program, again supported by the union, and to expand this network of individuals who would now be working together with the seniors and with their fellows, peers in the countries, and would help in monitoring and counteracting tobacco industry activities in their own countries. So I'm also doing a session in the other 145 to 245 session on the SARC CCT. So I suppose this would be a brief introduction to that, which would cover the systematic process of establishing and implementing the SARC CCT. Okay, thank you. I'd be happy to take any questions if there are.